Good evening and welcome to Up South for a sweep of all the big stories from the peninsula. Top story today is from two states, Telangana and Tamil Nadu, where a section of the media feels the heat from the governments, from the powers that be in both states. While cable operators have been switching off two Telugu news channel for the last 3 months or so, in Tamil Nadu, in Chennai, the journalist union feels that the police is keeping tabs on some of their journalists, something the Chennai police denies.
Telugu television journalist at Telangana IT Minister K.T. Ramarao's press conference, wearing a black band around their mouth. They were protesting against the blacking out of two vernacular channels for the last 3 months by cable operators after they had aired programs that showed Telangana politicians in a poor light.
One channel is mistaken, but they already told, they already apologized. But the government is not into the issue, but they are supporting indirectly to the MSOs. It is anti-democratic activity by the government of Telangana.
The media houses believe the cable operators are acting at the TRS government's behest, something the latter denies.
మీరేమైనా తప్పు చేసి ఉంటే ఎంఎస్ఓలకు క్షమాపణ చెప్పుకోండి, వారితో మాట్లాడుకోండి. వారు మీరు ఏం చేసుకుంటారని మీ ఇద్దరికి సంబంధించిన వ్యాపారపరమైన సంబంధం మీ ఇద్దరిది. మీ ఇద్దరు మాట్లాడుకోవాలి, ప్రజలు చూడాలని కోరుకుంటే వాళ్ళు ప్రసారం చేస్తారు, మీరు వద్దనుకుంటే పక్కన పెడతారు.
The journalists staged protests outside Telangana Chief Minister's residence before they were taken into preventive custody by the police. A similar clash between the media versus those in power is also taking place in Tamil Nadu, with the Chennai Union of Journalists alleging that the city police has appointed special officers to keep tabs on crime reporters working in specific newspapers. It says it is an effort to influence reporters to control the news flow.
To appoint media officers, media in charge officer, these are the direct threat to the freedom of press. There is no need to monitor a journalist activity, journalist duty by police.
The Chennai police has denied any such move, even as the union has complained to the Press Council of India, saying that profiling journalists is an act of intimidation and a threat to free and fair journalism. With D.S. Sudhir in Hyderabad and Srisha Reddy in Chennai, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Joining me to discuss these developments in Tamil Nadu and Telangana are two senior journalists. D. Amar joins me from Hyderabad, also Mr. S. Murari from Chennai. Amar, if I may come to you first, it has been close to almost 3 months that these two channels are blacked out, despite an apology, despite an intervention from the Union INB Minister, despite the directive from TDSAT, nothing has been done. Now, what's the message that goes out to the media at large in Telangana?
Definitely the message which is going to the media is under threat now. See, nowhere we have heard or seen of this kind of media, what you say, restrictions on the media. See, the channel which has telecasted a program denigrating the elected representatives of the Telangana Assembly, that channel management editors have apologized, gave in writing. In spite of that, the government or the political parties have complained to the speaker, and speaker has already taken note of it, and action is being, they are planning to take some action. And where is the role of MSOs comes in this? The whole thing is the two channels telecast was stopped by the MSOs. The operators. Operators have no business to do that. Operators cannot decide what content has to go into the channels. How can they stop?
Right. Mr. Murari, you heard what Amar said about what is happening in Telangana. In Tamil Nadu, in Chennai, they say, the cops say that it is only for better relations. Do you think that the journalists are protesting too much as far as Chennai is concerned?
Sorry, my audio is not very clear. Can you speak a little slower, please?
Mr. Murari, I wanted to ask you that you heard what you in Telangana, the blacking out of 2 channels for the last 3 months. In Telangana, these 2 channels are off air. Now in Tamil Nadu, the journalists are protesting against what they call profiling of their reporters. Do you think the journalists are protesting too much?
Tamil Nadu is quite different. If you talk about blacking out, of course, Kal television, that is Murasali Maran's television license under review because of internal security, as the Home Ministry says, has gone to court and is going to get stay on that. That's a different issue altogether. As far as the reporters are concerned, only the crime reporters doing the city beat crime, they are being under monitor. That is what this report says. But the city police commissioner has already come out with a statement. All that they have done is appointed a PRO to filter the information, see that authorized information is given on to them. They want to cut out, obviously, bad press. If you want to cut out bad press, you have to be good to the press. You can't monitor them and do that. Even then, the press, if they are enterprising enough, they can always talk to official spokesman on condition of anonymity and get a good story. There is no need to panic over that. They don't need to monitor reporters around the clock. It's a waste of time and energy.
Right. Mr. Murari, so you say that there is no need to monitor reporters. This is something obviously all journalists would appreciate. Amar, the media in United Andhra Pradesh was also a very divided lot. That's something which came to the fore during the Telangana agitation. Now, isn't it wrong for that section of the media also to think that they could throw muck at the elected representatives from Telangana and actually think that they can get away with it?
No, that's not correct. See, even after division of the state, in Telangana state also media is divided. There is no change in the media behavior, particularly the media management's behavior. If one channel is attacked by some section, whether it is politicians or other sections, the other channel or other newspapers are not bothered. See, now two news channels where the telecast of 2 news channels was stopped by the MSOs.
Right.
And where is the reaction in the other media? Where is the reaction in the other channels and other newspapers? Absolutely there is no reaction. This is a very, alarming situation, and this will give an opportunity to the politicians to curb the media.
Right. Amar, you say that it is an alarming situation, but what would you want the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao to do now? Because his government believes that it is all between the 2 channels and the cable operators.
See, KCR has to intervene and tell the MSOs to behave. MSOs have no role whatever in deciding the content of channels. And KCR cannot just pass the buck saying that this is a fight between MSOs and channels, so we have nothing to do. He is the government, he is the chief minister, he is an elected government, and he represents a political party which fought for the democratic rights of a region for more than a decade, and that political party comes into power and he says we have no role. This is ridiculous. This is onslaught on the freedom of expression. Definitely these 2 channels, the chief minister has to intervene and call the MSOs, tell them, behave, re-telecast the channels.
Right. Amar, in fact, you say that the Telangana Chief Minister should intervene. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, in fact, has now asked for a report from the Director General of Police of Tamil Nadu on reports of Chennai police actually monitoring media. I can now go across to my colleague Shisha Reddy for more details. Now, what exactly is the Chief Minister asking for? Because I believe a basic report has already been sent to the Chief Secretary and the DGP on this particular matter.
Well, Sudhir, as soon as this news came out, the Chennai Union journalist had sent a complaint to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha, and that's when, and then no action was taken even after a day, and then that's when they had sent it to the Press Council of India. So this main letter that had carried information about like how they have put in different police, they have deployed different police personnel to monitor the print journalists. So that is the report that today, after the media started reporting and after the outrage by the journalists in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, and now the Chief Minister had sought for the report. So the basic report about why did they actually put this kind of a system in place is what the main report has been sought. So now that they have been working on this report, and that's when the damage control came in, press release from the police department itself.
Right. Mr. Murari, Tamil Nadu is a state where criminal defamation cases are pretty much the norm. Many people would believe that it is used as a tool, as a weapon to intimidate. Would you describe the press today in Tamil Nadu as a free press?
Oh, see, we have lived under threat for a long time, for the last for 20, 25 years. In fact, between 91 and 96, Jayalalitha slapped some 180 defamation cases against several publications, and then on top of it, the Speaker of the Assembly issued arrest warrant against one of the editors for breach of privilege.
Right.
So we have gone through all that. So this is not anything new. Monitoring a city beat reporter group is not a big deal. They can go through it, they can face it, it's not a big deal. You cannot suppress the press, you cannot muzzle the press, it's not easy.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Murari, for that perspective on this story. But Mr. Murari and Shisha will stay on with us. Amar, thanks a lot for joining us for that perspective from Hyderabad. The next story concerns the BJP and the AIDMK. Two parties, whenever we speak of them in the Tamil Nadu context, they are talked of as some kind of natural allies because of the bonhomie, because of the friendship that exists between Jayalalitha, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But that's not really what's happening on the ground, where the Tamil Nadu unit of the BJP finds itself in an adversarial position vis-a-vis the AIDMK. Shisha Reddy has a report.
With the DMK opting out of local body by-elections, it was a direct fight between the AIADMK and the BJP. The BJP, riding on the goodwill for Narendra Modi, was hoping to do well. But now it is on the back foot with 5 of its candidates withdrawing from the race. The BJP says this is because of threats by the AIADMK.
Pro Tamil Nadu, ADMK feel there should not be any opposition to them, because first they announced most of the major parties were staying away from the election. BJP, we wanted to fight this election in a democratic way. So we were in the field, we are in the field, so we are in the fray. So there is a direct fight between the ADMK and the BJP.
GPR Vellayammal, BJP candidate for Tirunelveli's mayoral seat, filed nominations against AIADMK's E. Bhuvaneshwari. After Vellayammal, a strong candidate withdrew her nomination in suspicious circumstances. The latter was declared elected unopposed. Similarly, BJP candidates Purnachandra from Rajapalayam, Dharani from Avadi and Tamidarasi from Pundi also withdrew their nominations. The BJP state unit now plans to move court and also file a detailed report with the National President Amit Shah on turn of the events.
We feel the State Election Commission is totally biased and they are acting pro ADMK because the incidences which they projected and the way they were acting with us when we lodged its complaints, they make us feel that they are pro ADMK or pro to the state government.
Meanwhile, AIADMK leaders speaking to Headlines Today off camera dismiss BJP's allegations as baseless. They say the mayoral candidate in Tirunelveli did not have relevant documents to fight elections.
The withdrawal of its candidates came as a rude shock to the Saffron party, which has been eyeing the local polls as an occasion to strengthen its base in different districts, which could also help its cause in 2016 assembly elections. But what has happened now is that BJP's lotus is wilting even as Jayalalitha's 2 leaves enjoy the election spring. With camera person Daniel Srisha Reddy in Chennai for Headlines Today.
Shisha, apart from the fact that Narendra Modi and Jayalalitha are friends and the fact that Thambidurai was recently made the deputy speaker in the Lok Sabha, these kind of skirmishes, do they come as a surprise to observers, to voters in Tamil Nadu?
Well, exactly, Sudhir. But on the other hand, when we were talking to the state president, she also mentioned it very clearly that the chief minister herself might not be aware of these things because as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, it's Amma land. So every ADMK cadre, if you just walk into Poise Garden where Jayalalitha's residence is, you can see scores of people standing outside just to welcome her. So this is just another gesture by all these party cadres to impress the Chief Minister is what the Tamil Nadu BJP president did tell us. So this is what has been happening. So she might not be aware of all these facts. And also, but to get into the details of this particular incident, even during the Lok Sabha elections, there was also a similar sort of a statement that was let on by the BJP themselves, saying that ADMK parties are trying to threaten a lot of BJP leaders.
Right. Mr. Murari, do you see the BJP trying to occupy the opposition space in Tamil Nadu, given the fact that the Congress is licking the wounds of a very humiliating defeat and the DMK has to put its house in order?
Sorry, the voice is breaking. I'm not able to follow. Otherwise, I can answer clearly.
Mr. Murari, I wanted to ask you, do you see the BJP trying to occupy the opposition space in Tamil Nadu?
You're talking about the withdrawal of BJP candidates in the local body election, is that it?
Yes, yes.
Is that what you're trying to ask? Yes. That again follows a pattern. No, Jayalalitha has always been known to broke no dissent. She has no, after the recent victory in the Lok Sabha election, she was 37 out of the 39 seats she has won. She no need for her to be so intolerant of dissent at all. So if the people are with me, nobody can be against me. That's a kind of mindset. But she has contempt for the local unit of the BJP because she has direct equation with Modi. But that is the way she treated the Congress also. That is why the Congress was not able to grow here for the last 45 years. The BJP and the central leadership should say, she should respect the local leader. If they are bypassed and she directly direct with them, then the BJP will go the way of Congress. Will never be able to come up in Tamil Nadu.
Right, Mr. Murari, thanks a lot for joining us with that perspective. Thanks also to my colleague Srisha Reddy for joining us there from Chennai. Some breaking news now coming in on YS Jagan Mohan Reddy. The Central Bureau of Investigation has filed its 11th charge sheet in the case pertaining to disproportionate assets of YSR Congress President YS Jagan Mohan Reddy. In fact, Jagan is named as the accused number 1, and along with him, Vijay Sai Reddy, Shyam Prasad Reddy, an industrialist, have also been included in the charge sheet. Remember, till September 2013, 10 charge sheets were already filed, which had Jagan Mohan Reddy listed as the accused. The claim is that the former Chief Minister YS Rajshekar Reddy had offered lands to Shyam Prasad Reddy, an industrialist, at minimal value, and in return, the latter invested 70 crore rupees in Jagan's company as a quid pro quo. News now from Bangalore. Self-styled godman Swami Nityananda, who was asked to undergo a potency test at Bangalore's Victoria Hospital yesterday, has now decided that he is going to leave Karnataka for good and is going to settle down in Tamil Nadu, and he will come to Bangalore only when there is some kind of a court case awaiting him. And he will continue to do all his programs and darshans from Tiruvannamalai in Tamil Nadu. This is what Swami Nityananda had to say.
It may take few days for us to prepare Tiruvannamalai ashram also, to clean up and make all the two-way video conferencing, all the arrangements for the satsang, everything. So I request all the departments to gear up yourself and make all the things necessary in Tiruvannamalai ashram.
Joining me now from Bangalore is my colleague Pratibha Raman. Pratibha, is there some kind of a resentment within Nityananda's ashram, perhaps, which is what is dictating his decision to go away?
Well, if you actually observe, Sudhir, it hasn't been a very good, successful tenure that he's had in the Bididi ashram, though he's been predominantly operating from there. He does have many other ashrams, not just in Tiruvannamalai, not just in the country, but even abroad. So perhaps this whole setback in his life with so many of these sexual charges that has come against him, perhaps he decided to move away from Bangalore and thinking that the whole tenure in Bangalore hasn't really been a successful one for him. And perhaps that's why this led to this major change now. But also, yesterday, since he soon after he underwent the potency test, he hasn't been really doing very well because he had been complaining of a lot of pain, especially after the potency test, and he was wheeled off on a wheelchair and then taken back to his ashram. And even after that, he was, sources do tell us that he wasn't really cooperating with the set of tests. So perhaps that is why this whole resentment now and his decision to move away from the Bididi ashram.
Welcome back. You're with Up South. Now, Finding Fanny is one of the many films is one of the films that Deepika Padukone's film fans will look forward to, but surprisingly, it has sparked a controversy in Deepika's home state of Karnataka. Pratibha Raman reports.
While many quirky behind-the-scenes videos have been uploaded online, one of them have heard the sentiments of pro-Kannada organizations.
Top it once, huh? Paid it once, check tool it once, huh? What, we are your farm servants who want to take care of it while you pose around like a dad? I'm plugging my intestine!
This 3-minute scene from Making of Finding Fanny, 5 oddballs showing Arjun Kapoor getting out of a blue car parked in front of a bus stop that reads Chamundi Nagara Bus Milana, meaning Chamundi Nagara bus stop. The protesters who took to the streets last weekend have demanded the filmmakers to delete the mental state scene that has gone viral online, as they believe it is an insult to the state of Karnataka.
One bad word is there. That means hero said, heroine said where we are, but hero said, I don't know, that bloody mental state, he said, but we don't want that dialogue. So producer will remove that dialogue and then release the picture. We don't bother. Entire India, not only Karnataka.
The protesters have now approached the Commissioner of Police and given him a copy of the video. Finding Fanny now finds itself responsible for any untoward event that might follow. Pratibha Raman, Bangalore, Headlines Today.